Here's a couple things for you to think about saving a few bucks. Most of us have no idea how powerful the big three credit bureau agencies really are. They obviously have your beacon score. When your beacon score sometimes controls your job, it obviously controls your interest rate, maybe your car insurance, but it's way too powerful. And there's hardly any way that most people thinking about this know how to fight back. Um, the CEOs of the Equifax and TransUnion and Experian, I think that according to the internet, they make somewhere around $5 million a year. So $400,000 a month is their salary. They didn't used to make that much money, but since they have created the beacon score and they use the internet, they're making lots more money in the past several years, last decade for sure. Of course, they lobby very heavily too. So, with their lobbying, like the oil companies or whatever else, they pretty much got everybody bought off in DC, like all the lobbyists do and work so hard to be able to do. So, here's what I'd like for you to understand a couple things. First of all, call the 800 number, get your free report. Do not go to freecreditreports.com. That's stupid. The guys who own that are the big three credit bureaus. They want you to go there so you can give them your information so that they can sell your information. They're going to charge you $39 a month once you go there. I mean, you got the three guys playing the guitars and stuff to bait you in on TV. Don't be a sucker. Don't go there and then fill it in and give them your credit card, for heaven's sakes. I mean, this is like, giving your information to the IRS. There's nothing good that they're going to take from it that's going to help you. So don't, be silly and let these guys milk you. The other thing, a lot of people don't realize this, but you can sue the credit bureau companies. The credit bureau reporting companies can be sued. I've personally done it, and I've never lost. Now, the best and easiest way to do it is in your small claims courts in your states, wherever that's at. But a lot of you don't think about this, and you don't realize this. Your credit report is your information. It's your report. You made it. If you were late, if you were on time, you made it. But guess what? Your beacon score, you never made your beacon score. They made it. They will not tell us the mathematical formula on the equal signs, on the other side of the equal signs, that equals your number. So we don't have any idea how they came up with 740 or 750 or 650. And, for crying out loud, if you're down on your luck and you're having trouble getting credit, and you could not get a job because of your beacon score. If you can't get a job, there goes your credit bureau. It's a snowballing effect. And these guys thrive on the beacon scores. So you have to attack them where it hurts. Attack them at their beacon score. Because your credit report is your information that you created. But you did not create your beacon score. They did. It's their product. They're liable for their product, and their product is the beacon score. You don't know what the math formula is? They do, supposedly. We don't have any idea, but supposedly they have a math formula. So let's see. The couple times that I've sued them, they've always settled out of court. And they usually settle with an attorney the week before that the court is supposed to go into small claims. But I'm from West Virginia, and being from West Virginia, it's a wonderful thing about that state. You can go in with a $20 bill in a courthouse, and if you can read and write your name, you can sue somebody. And so sue your credit bureau companies. TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, Chester, Pennsylvania, Atlanta, and some little town in Texas. I can't remember. But anyway, that's the way to deal with these guys. Now, if you're got some energy and you're willing to write your congressmen and your senators from every state, there is legislation that's supposed to control these guys. Fair Credit Reporting Act. It's a joke. But if you think about this, you know, I went through McDonald's today and I spent about $20 at the drive-through window. $20 is nothing unless you're late on your payment. Then you got $20 that drags down your mystery beacon score for the next 7 years. It's ridiculous. $20, $30, $40. It's so stupid. If we're going to have a Fair Credit Reporting Act, it should have a sliding scale. If you're late on a payment that's less than $500, after 36 months or even 24 months, boom, it's gone. If it's over $500 and it's less than $1,000, give it another year. You know, it needs to be a sliding scale. It needs to have some weight based on the amount that you were late. If you're going to bankruptcy, that's 10 years, but everything else is 7 years. So you can sue them for anything you want to sue them for. But if they have negative information about you, for example, they had me with 4 social security numbers, and they had me living in Sumter, South Carolina, and I'd never been there. So I couldn't get them to straighten it out, so I sued them in small claims court. The lawyer finally straightened it out, and I got a check in the mail. So you can sue them. Get your credit report, the free one, your free annual credit report. It's on the internet. Get that every 6 months. Use it. Don't pass up a challenge. If you can challenge anything, challenge it. Make them stay as busy as they can possibly stay. Challenge everything on your credit bureau that you can possibly challenge. All these companies that say that they'll straighten up your credit bureau for you, that's all they do. They just challenge every negative item on your credit bureau report. But the biggest thing, and I think this is maybe even a constitutional problem, is this beacon score. These guys, their beacon score is the credit bureau's product entirely. It's not yours. It's their perception of who you are. We don't know what that mathematical formula is, so we don't even know if there is one. All 3 of them don't use the same one, supposedly, so they all 3 have 3 different perceptions of who you are. This is a really critical component of your life. And Mr. President, if you want to try to get the economy a little bit of a boost, get people able to buy things with credit. It doesn't make any difference how low the credit goes. It's down at, at 1 point above LIBOR or something right now. I bought a Ford the other day and I got 1.9%. I went back 6 weeks later because my beacon score had changed, and the second Ford I got, they wanted 7.5%, 6 weeks apart. So this is a ridiculous scenario that has our whole country in this economic grasp of these big 3 credit reporting agencies who funnel lots of money into the Congress and Senate members that represent you. Please, everybody, write your letters, bug your congressmen, bug your senators, tell them to get rid of the beacon score, make the banks, make the lending institutions read your credit bureau report. Don't let them look at a number and accept you or deny you. This could be somewhat of a little bit of an economic stimulus for the country if we would just simply get rid of this beacon score that the credit bureaus have all gotten rich off of. It's a travesty to the people in this country, and it's unfair, and it's just something that is like this formula in Coca-Cola. I drink Coca-Cola, but it's not something that is good for me. But I understand why they want to keep their formula secret. But on the beacon score, you should know the formula, because you need to know if they're right or wrong. Because this is their product that they're selling, which is your life. It's your life, not their life, your life. So if you can't get that job, or if you get high interest on a car, or if you get strapped on a mortgage, don't forget that the credit bureau agencies had something to do with this. And the beacon score is a huge, complex situation that affects every single American citizen that has a social security number. So get your report, dispute all the negative stuff, go to your local courthouse, find out what you have to do to file a simple, small claims court suit. Represent yourself. You don't need an attorney. You're going to have a tremendous response. You're going to have a tremendous reaction. And please send this email to all the people in your address book so that everybody can work together to get the credit beacon score eliminated. Appreciate your time, and thanks for watching my little video on YouTube.